Hey, hi everyone. Now I'll be presenting my blockathon project, which is called Governance Pulse. Um, Wait, let me share my screen so I can show you the presentation. My name is Namadullah Sheikh, by the way, and I'll be competing for this is my first time in the blockchain hackathon, and yeah, this is my website, like the app that I have developed. This is the AI and the blockchain powered tracking app for like campaign promises and campaign pledges that are made by the leaders, the political leaders and parties during the like elections or day to day the government stuff. Um, so they make a lot of pledges, but problem is like we don't have a way to track them. We don't have a way to say like they have actually stood by their words, like finished their whatever they have promised doing. Um, So there is, so I wanted to build a platform like where everything is accountable, everything is like immutable, stored on a blockchain, so that they won't like no one can change their word or no one can change their what they promised after. So so we usually get the data from like local newspapers, like their election campaigns, everything. So our app like scraps everything and then transform that into structured data and then store it on a blockchain. Also stores all the files on a Pinata IPFS. Then whenever they release a news something about like we have done this, in, then our app will go and check like okay, did they promise that before the elections or like before ahead? If they have promised doing that, then it will release a voting for people to say like is the change really reflected in our society, like if the road is really constructed, like if the street lamps are really fixed, then people vote and say yeah it is, or otherwise not yet. So yeah, like this app like scans every day the local newspapers and everything, and then like put everything on the blockchain. So this is how it works. Like, yeah, it takes from local newspaper documents and everything. It classify them as. So we are using Gemini 2.5 to process all the raw text and then classify it as if, is there any pledge or promise by the politician there, or is there any result update given by the government there. And then it will store it on IPFS. Also record that a transaction like a pledge is the promise it made or the result is given on a blockchain, and then people can vote and decide if it is real. So tech stack is for front end. I've been using Next.js, React, and Tailwind for CSS. For the backend, I use Next.js and Next.js for serverless, like everything is API. For databases, I have used MongoDB, which is really good. And in AI, I have used Gemini 2.5, and for like storage, I stored everything on Pinata IPFS. And my blockchain is on Polygon, simple, easy. This is my first time, so I have gone with the simple one. The okay, the okay, the process, the pipeline is like this. So whenever a new news article is released, it will scrape that and it will detect it. Then the data is extracted from it, and then it will be stored on the Pinata. Then it will be given to Gemini to classify if there are any like uh, promises or the results in that. If so, then it will be added to the blockchain, and then if needed, it will go for the public voting. App is live on the website, and I have deployed it. So citizens can vote. This is not like fully AI, something which can't be reliable. AI is only for like data extraction and classification tasks, but the final judgment will lie with the lie within the hands of the people, like the true democracy. So people vote something looks like this. Okay, whenever there is a news article, there is an article in the news saying like, okay, government has done this. They have finished building the road. They have finished building the community center. And we'll ask people like, okay, is there any new community center that's been developed in your area? Like, are you satisfied with the road that's been constructed? And people can vote with their voter ID or like anything, and then they submit the vote. And then after like a fixed period of time, we like release the voting decision. So as of now, I have a working MVP on the side, and then we can. The next thing is to do automated, like automatically scrape the news and government websites. So yeah, let's see how it works. Yeah, this is how it looks. Yeah, for MVP, we're gonna upload the files here, and you're gonna see how the file is processed. And then these are like KPI, like how many pledges we have, how many fulfilled, how many are under review. So here you can select the location, and it will automatically say who is the mayor and also the council and everything. So let's see a live example of how it is processed. I few pledges. So they look like this. Just a text file saying like, okay, the political party is gonna do that, do this, and it looks like this. So it starts processing, detected, and then the text content is extracted from it. Then it is stored to the Pinata IPFS. And then the Gemini has given us this. The artifact describes any community center plan. So so that is something that politicians are promising us. So it will be stored on chain. Then yeah, it will be new pledge will be returned to the blockchain. So and then we can see it. You can see all the pledges here. If we go see view all the pages, these are all the pledges that are there, and these are the pledges that are like finished. So if you go here, this is the timeline like when it is created, when it is done, when it is voted, everything, and these are the blockchain. So you can see the blockchain transactions and everything. So that's it. So impact will be it will be trustworthy and transparent. It will be verifiable. So it will be like immutable history. So no one can say like I did not promise that. And everyone like every citizen is accountable for like development of their city. Okay, thank you. I think that's